This session is in continuity to our previous discussions on charting in Excel, and in this session we learn about some more chart layouts in Excel charts. So beginning from where we left off in our previous session, we have the layout 6 fixed on our sample chart over here. Now let's just quickly move to the layout 7 option over here. Now again, this is a nice way of representing your data, and you can see that this representation is pretty much a cross between a column chart and a line chart itself, and it literally helps you measuring the total heights from from the product which has the highest sale in that month to the 0 point. So you can see that the one which had the tallest column for any of the months had the greatest sale for that kind of a product in that. And now you can also see that by measuring these column heights, we are completely ignoring that whether they are for product A or whether for product B, and we are absolutely concerned that what was like the highest sale by achieved by any of my product in a specified month. So after layout 7, let's just move on to this layout 8 over here and see what does it hold for us. So again, this form of a chart completely eliminates the X and the Y axis lines over here. There are no grid lines, and the legend has been shifted from its place on the right side of the chart to the bottom of the chart, and all of my lines are still there, and the points for respective months on these lines have values indicating that this is the sales numbers for those months. Now you can see that for March the sales numbers are 16,400, and for the product B, and for product A it is 17,800, and so on. Moving on to the layout 9, you can again see it is somewhat as we previously discussed. We have the data labels present at each and every point which is being created for every month. So now you know that for March, and for product B you have the value of 16,400, and for product A, for product March, you have a value of 17,800. So these represent the sales, and even if you want to cross check these values with the y-axis, you can even go ahead and do that. And you can see the x-axis remains same, the legend remains same, and the chart title, you always have the option of putting in the chart title. And moving ahead, let's just explore the layout 10 now. The layout 10 is again a very nice way of knowing what was the exact difference between the sales of your two products in your territory. So in this case, you know that the smaller the length of the black line, smaller was the disparity between the sales of product A and product B. And you can see there was a huge disparity between the sales of two products in September, and there was almost negligible for the months of Jan, for the months of March, and say for the month of August. Now this holds tremendous insight for managers when they want to predict the sales and the demand values for their products across the year. So after this, let's move on to the layout 11. The layout 11 is a completely blank layout, and there is absolutely nothing in this whole layout except for the series itself. So there you have, if you really want just like the movement of sales of the two products across the year, you can go for this layout. And if you were to select this last layout, it is just the default layout from which we began our charts. So this completes the complete description of the chart layout options in charting options. Thank you for watching.